Welcome to the podcast who don't do anything.
It's your boy,
The Lazy Lad. Number 1 and number 2. No Pablo today.
unfortunately.
MIA. Sleepy guy went sleepy time.
Something crawled out of his butt and he's in the hospital for a couple days.
Let's hope not. That would be a tragic meme.
No.
For you to say that and immediately it's true. Yikes.
Bro, if I get a call or a message from him saying something's wrong with his butt, nah, dude. I'm not gonna say anything else about him. He already visited me and he crashed afterwards.
That was,
on his way
scary.
home. Bro, we were wondering where he was too. That was so funny.
You remember what I said too? For the podcast, let me rerun it. We were all playing COD. It was me, you, and Dalton. And Pablo said he was going to play, and he recently had left your house.
Yeah.
When we started playing. I think it was only like maybe 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, it wasn't too long.
And he lives like an hour away. So we're like, we'll give it some time. Let's play some games alone. I'm sure he'll be on soon. And then it was like a couple hours, maybe 2-3 hours. And I'm like, suspicious. He said he was getting on. He left your house and was going straight home. What happened?
I know, at first I thought he must have gotten something to eat.
Yeah, but then you guys ate together, didn't you?
I don't remember. I'm sure we did. Yeah, we ate In-N-Out. Now that I remember, we went and got In-N-Out.
So you guys ate, and I was like, that can't be it. I was just sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, someone should probably text him because it would suck if he's like sitting in a ditch or something. So then
do you have that recorded?
I don't know, man.
Oh.
But he
I remember those exact
I think
words.
I called him up. I forget. It was maybe in the Snapchat or something. I was just like,
God.
yo, where you at? He's like, I'm at my parents'. I'll tell you guys when I get home. I was like, what?
What?
He went to his parents without telling us? Like, he said he was going to just go straight home and be on. It's weird that he would stop at his parents for 3 hours, but okay. And then he's another like hour or so. Finally pulls home, doesn't text anyone or anything, just hops on the game. And it was one of those like, he never announced himself getting in. He just like all of a sudden in the game. And we were like, oh, what's up, Pablo? How's it going? And he's like, not great. I got a car accident. It's like, what? He's like, yeah. I got hit and then drove into a ditch to try and avoid it. And I'm like, oh my God. I was literally freaking out. I'm like, I literally just said that shit. And it was like,
you jinxed it.
I don't know, man. I think I just had the spidey sense.
As you said it, he just goes flying in a ditch.
Yeah, because it was, I don't know. That was so crazy. He was just like.
No, it had to have happened afterward.
Before
you said that.
Yeah. Because he was already at his parents and then came back. But it was so bizarre that I just said that and pulled it. So let's avoid jinxing anyone else.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen to anyone.
Let's keep it positive.
That'd
Hopefully,
be really unfortunate.
Pablo will come back around on a future episode. But for right now, it's just me and my boy Lalo.
Oh, yeah.
And that's all you need. We're probably going to make some crazy content, just you and I. It's going to wind up being a duo thing, and Pablo can
guest appearance.
Be that alternate. He can be the switch up man. What's good, man?
He could be the guy in the costume.
Yeah.
Throw a costume on him.
Well, everyone needs the badass sidekick, right?
Exactly.
We gotta have our side man. He'll be Sancho Bob.
Oh, we need to get him a sloth costume.
Sloth costume. Just walks on set, huge sloth.
Super slow.
Yeah, but we got some good stuff in the plans.
Yes, we do.
We gonna make a lot more content. Trying to make some more TikToks and some more quality. I'm trying to calm myself down into doing more quality over quantity, but it's hard. I just get addicted to like getting stuff out and then yeah.
Well, I mean, all the stuff that you bring out, I feel like is really good.
Thank you.
I feel like it's really good quality.
I appreciate that, but I know it could be so much better if I just
I think it could be better.
Calm down.
But I mean, then again, you do a lot of editing yourself. Like everything you do is yourself, so that's a lot of work.
It is, and it's probably too much. It's probably part of the reason that I have so much anxiety and shit going wrong. I need to stop overloading my plate. You know,
you need someone to help you out with your projects.
That's a thought, but it's also probably just a good idea to not
work so much.
Yeah, load my plate so much. Like, honestly, you guys, or at least in Pablo's case, and plenty of other people watch TV shows weekly or whatever, or binge stuff.
Yeah,
they watch a lot of Netflix. People watch movies, go to the theater. You know, they do activities and stuff. And it's like, when I think about what I do for myself, it's like, I watch one soccer game a week.
Damn.
And typically about 2 or 3 basketball matches a week. And that's it. I don't watch
any other.
I have to make a extremely conscious effort to watch movies and TV and other stuff. It's like I'm just constantly grinding, which is probably really bad for my health, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I'd be exhausted if I were you.
I need to tone it down. I mean, bro, the couple of lines I've just straight up neglected at this point, like Clippy Dippy and my clothing brand. I just don't really make content for either of those at the moment.
Yeah.
But then I still make my own content on Daddy Games. Then I started an Instagram for my dog. I make the art on my art accounts. I do the art for Lazy Lads and the editing, and then we do the TikToks for Lazy Lads.
Yeah, dude. Sounds like I'm gonna need to help you out with some of that. I need to.
Oh, and then my reaction channel. That was probably a silly move to start, but I was just like, I got like an extra hour of free time. Let me become a reactor.
Well, it's going good, isn't it?
It is. I haven't uploaded in like a couple weeks because all the comments I've been getting are stressing me out. So I just wanted to.
Because of the BTS.
I wanted to take a step back. It's not just them. It is just overwhelming how fast it grew. I literally went from starting the channel and over 1 million impressions in less than a month. So it's just a lot of people seeing my stuff, and it's like,
yeah, that's crazy.
Maybe
you need to react to different things.
Reel it back in. Yeah, I think I'm gonna enjoy Lazy Lads' version of React a lot more, which we can talk about.
We can both compare our reactions.
Right.
Enjoy our reactions too.
I think reacting together can kind of add some more little spice. Yeah. Get two different views on the same thing at the same time. But we're not working on video reaction per se. Maybe we are, but
I mean,
not
could.
not music reactions at the moment. We're working on like
We could stay away from music reactions.
we're working on food and cool shit.
Dude, I'm excited to try the food.
Reacting to physical things.
The international taste test.
You know?
I actually want to know what those kinds of things taste like from other countries.
I do too. I've always had
really?
those like Japanese snack boxes.
Oh, what?
I always have. I not ordered. I always have them on my Amazon wish list, like
okay.
forever. I'm just like,
damn.
Someday, I'm gonna order all that. This box of 50 assorted snacks.
Damn, that's a lot.
It is
50. How big is the box? How much is it?
I don't know, man. They're
$1,000 or however
no, and they're probably. I mean, they're from Amazon. They're already imported. You know, they're probably already in the warehouses, so it's not like getting. I'm not paying for imports or anything like that.
Yeah,
which we could, but probably not.
How do we go about that? Is that kind of difficult to deal with, or? Yes
and no. It's significantly easier to just find someone who does the importing and buy from them, and you probably got to pay their.
They already did the process of importing.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
But I'm looking forward to that.
50 different, like what, chips and like any kind of snack?
So assorted candies,
50 assorted snacks,
chips.
Oh my god!
Assorted snacks that aren't chips. I don't know. Crackers.
What have you tried that's like international?
That
you wouldn't normally get around the store.
Tried that's international that I wouldn't normally get. I can't think off the top of my head. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we buy at the Asia market, but it's like stuff we regularly have.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's this one snack that my wife likes, and it's called Tim Tams.
I've heard of those.
And they're so good.
They're British, right?
I can't have them anymore, but man, they're so good. She said that her and one of her friends, I think, would bite one end and bite the other end and suck the milk through it like a straw. And I tried it, and it's pretty amazing, honestly.
That's crazy.
Tastes so good. We should give that a try.
Yeah, I'd like to do like a whole little British segment. I always enjoy those videos too, so I'm sure I would enjoy making them. But I love seeing like people from other countries trying our stuff.
Yeah, that's always interesting to watch.
It's like I've always liked this thing, but what about the rest of the world? What do they think of it? Oh, you absolutely despise it? Interesting.
I watched this one video earlier today of this guy called the Food Ranger. I don't know if you've ever heard of him or seen him.
No,
I don't know. I just stumbled across one of his videos, but it's like his worst food experiences, and he ate chopped up beef penis. It was like, oh, gross. He's like, oh, this is rubbery.
Oh,
like,
no.
Oh, no, dude.
No.
Oh, and then he ate lamb brain. Like, oh, you should have seen when he popped the brain.
You like nasty shit, bro. No, we're not doing that, and we can't do that. I refuse.
No.
I want to enjoy content.
Those videos are interesting. I like watching those videos.
Oh, I can't even think about it, bro.
Please don't gag. I'm not gonna mention it anymore. I'm sorry.
Oh, days, bro. I cannot do. Nah. There's some lines I gotta draw. And I will be
So
content
gross.
without trying that stuff.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Some of those videos are pretty bad. Man, my gag reflex though, like if something's really goes gross, I'll like I can't I can't hold myself from like throwing up. I'll gag so much.
Yeah. I did it the other day from uh
Oh,
my cat threw up.
that's
And
gross.
normally, because they're my parents' cats
Yeah.
and they know about my weak stomach, normally I tell them and they just handle it. And I feel bad, but it's like,
Their cat.
if you don't, there's something that happens. And so my mom has a busted foot. She's been like icing it and just basically not moving like this whole week.
Oh, okay.
And my dad is just couch potato. So they were both just vibing on the couch, and I got up, stepped in it,
Oh,
and I was like, immediately
God.
just like not. I lifted my foot, put it in the kitchen sink, and was washing my
dude.
foot. And I'm like,
That's so
yo, I
gross.
just stepped in your cat's throw up. And I'm like, oh,
That's
okay.
so disgusting.
Did you pick it up? I'm like, no, I didn't pick it up. And they're like, well, could you, since you already picked up most of it with your foot? And I just immediately was like, oh no. Like,
Hell no.
I guess I'm gonna say yes because I don't want my poor injured mom doing it. And I bend over to do it, and I threw up. And I was like,
gosh,
yeah,
dude.
no.
That's so bad.
I just can't. Smells and nasty shit. My
Dude,
reflexes just I can't handle it.
I can't do it anymore either.
I am weak.
I remember when my dog took a shit right outside our door one night. I walked over to go back inside the room that night, and I stepped right into it. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Nice, warm turd. Like, what? It was so bad. The smell in it. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna even talk about it anymore.
I can't do it. I can't. Oh,
Oh,
I don't
dude,
know how
should-
you have kids.
Dude, it's hard. It's really hard. Did I tell you about the time that I I got thrown up on?
No, please,
Dude.
let's divert, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
lose my shit, bro.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I don't think I get it that bad where I thinking about it makes me gag, but I do have bad gag reflexes. I can't like smells just no. I can't
Yeah.
deal with them.
I'm hypersensitive, and I think it's
I'm sorry.
it's genetic. Shit's like I got a freaking hound dog nose.
Who do you think you got it from?
My mom's side. I don't. My mom's not exactly like it, but my aunt will like hurl at so many things. Dude, she literally will give her when they buy a new car, she'll make either her husband or her friend or something, I don't remember. She makes someone else drive the car for like 3 months until it doesn't smell like a new car, because
Really?
new car is so obnoxious. Or like air fresheners, which I hate too, but for some reason my mom used to like always have them like the wall plug ones and everything.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And we would have to unplug them every time she came up because it was like literally just gonna pass out.
Damn, that's crazy.
And then
So like you're really sensitive to smells then.
yeah, not just smells, like I get car sick and stuff too, seasick.
Man, I could
I'm just
imagine being seasick.
hypersensitive to things.
What about like open wounds and like blood? Does that make you a little queasy? or no? Or does that not relate to that?
I think they do, but I haven't been around too many.
No.
Whenever stuff happens to me, it doesn't make me queasy, but it makes me kind of hysterical. If that makes sense. Like,
yeah.
Like one time I was lifting weights and I set the bar on my thumb.
Oh,
and it was about 200 pounds, somewhere in there. And it smashed my thumb open, starts gushing everywhere, literally like a spray bottle. And I'm like,
man, dude.
I'm like freaking out, trying to hold it together. I run over next to my gym teacher's desk, shove my hand in his trash can. I'm like,
what?
Yo, I got an issue. It's like, what you talking about? What you talking about? And I'm like, well, if you see, my thumb is just nonstop pouring. It was not even dripping. Dude. It was literally spraying out of my thumb. I've never seen shit like that.
Dude.
And I
would freak out.
I just started laughing. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I can't contain myself. Someone's got to help me, though.
Dude, that'd be scary. I'd be freaking out.
It was so weird, too, because it was like, it didn't. First of all, my thumb looks fine. Nothing's really wrong with it. But it popped straight through the middle of my nail. Like, it wasn't on the outsides or anything. It, like, somehow punctured a hole in my nail through my skin and everything. And just started spraying through my nail. It was the weirdest shit.
That's gross. Oh, man, that hurts so bad.
Yeah, well, honestly, it didn't hurt. I had no idea it happened.
Oh, my gosh.
And then I was like... I like...
Oh my goodness.
It smashed my thumb. I quickly moved my thumb out. Like, you know, one of those, like it's already smashed, but shit. So then
oh my goodness, dude.
Yeah, I just pulled it and I'm like, oh, oof, think I'm alright. And then my friend gets up off his set and I'm getting ready to sit down and I'm like, oh, I'm like going everywhere.
Oh my god!
I think I got it on like a couple kids' gym shirts and stuff, and I was like,
"Oh man!
Oh no, this is not okay."
That's crazy. Oh man, it just popped right through the middle.
Yeah, and that made me laugh when I got shoulder surgery and they had to give me an IV. That shit tickled, and I laughed the entire time. I don't know why, but I giddy, and I laugh, and I have to watch, like, when people give me shots, I have to watch it, and when I watch it, I just find it funny, but...
It tickled and you laugh.
Yeah, bro, I'm weird.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's so funny.
But it was just funny. It was like, I gotta watch it.
I can't, dude. You tickled the
Yeah. You tickled the inside of my arm.
I can just imagine you laughing as it goes in.
Yeah. I remember too.
Oh my god.
When I woke up from surgery.
Did you like laugh out loud or like?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was literally like they poked my arm. And then I woke up from surgery. And I was like, first I was freaking out because I was like, I don't remember this room. I don't know how did I get here? And then after that I was just like, oh yeah, I had surgery. I started giggling, and someone walks in and they're like, hey, how on a scale of 1 to 10, how much pain are you in right now? And I'm like, no, I was like, I was like, I'm at a 9. This hurts. And I'm just laughing through the whole thing. They're like, why are you laughing if it hurts so much? And I'm like, I don't know. It's just funny. And they're like, that's fucking weird. You need more than more than Vicodin. But then that the narcotics make me throw up. I couldn't take narcotics either, so I was just like in pain the entire time.
And throwing up?
Yeah, because I would try. No, I tried to, and I immediately threw them up.
Damn. Is it just something that your body just doesn't take?
Yeah. I'm not allergic to anything, but I took them. I took them at the surgery center, which is right next to us. Yeah. It's like a 2-minute drive home. Oh, okay. I walk up the stairs of our garage, and I threw up. It was like, I can't handle those.
Damn. That sucks.
Yeah. So
because that stuff's supposed to be strong too, right?
They are, and they're supposed to be really effective at not making you hurt. But I just hurt. And like I honestly, I don't feel the effects of Tylenol or Advil.
Really?
Like when people say like, "Oh, you got to take like 3 Advil and a couple Tylenol together."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Okay, but I still hurt." Like I don't know what this shit does, but
I
it
feel
doesn't
like
do
it doesn't
anything.
really do it for me.
I don't know if
it's
just weird
because of my body size or like, because I feel like that has to do with some of it, right? Like body size.
I honestly don't know. It might. Weight. It could be down part of my metabolism too, because my metabolism's just so bad. But what I do know,
slow or fast.
Fast means you burn a lot of calories, so I am slow.
Okay.
I have to work out a lot to achieve any sort of calorie deficit.
Yeah. Same here.
About the narcotics though. When I got surgery, I was supposed to take those for like a week and then do some minor No. Then I was put in the sling and I was supposed to go back to school and just take the narcotics. Mm-hmm. But then once I was sick with them, I was like, yo, I'm not going to be able to go back to school because like I can't be throwing up in class every day.
Yeah, that'd be no fun.
And then obviously if you throw up the narcotics, it's not being effective either. So
yeah.
So I went one day in I believe it was December.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. Like all the desks are right-handed, so I have to like cram my ass into the desks. My sling doesn't fit, so I have to like sit like this, and that hurts like a bitch. And then I'm left-handed on top of that, so luckily I'm left-handed, but
damn.
The desks are just awkward. The music classes were basically impossible.
Yeah.
Culinary, I couldn't assist or do anything, and I was just like, yo,
why am I here?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I tried, but I'll see you guys in January. Like I can't do this.
Yeah. Well, that's fair though.
Yeah, but
especially if you're just watching. There's no point in you doing anything.
Right. And they tried to send homework home and stuff too, but you know me.
No homework.
Yeah. I spent a nice couple of months downstairs. I brought my Xbox back downstairs. I played Slime Rancher.
Slime Rancher.
And watched some quality TV series.
Yeah.
We watched Prison Break during that, I remember.
Prison Break, what's that?
Ooh, you haven't seen Prison Break?
No.
It's about a guy and his brother. His brother gets convicted of a crime he did not commit and goes to prison. So the other brother forces himself into prison to help break his brother out from the inside out because he was an architect and built the prison himself. So he knows the inside and out of that prison.
What?
It's a very good show.
Oh my gosh. I gotta Hulu or Netflix or what is it on?
I don't know, man. We had it.
I'm gonna have to.
I remember it got taken off. Let me look. Prison Break. It is Hulu Premium. What does that mean?
Damn it. Where you have to pay more for Hulu. There's Hulu where you pay what, $6?
No, it looks like it's just on Hulu. Yeah, season 1 through 5.
I'm gonna have to get a free trial to watch it.
You don't have regular Hulu?
No, I just have Netflix and Disney Plus. The 2 basic channels.
Yeah, it's a really good show.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Very intense.
The guy built the prison?
Yeah, not by hand, but he was an architect, so he designed the prison.
Still, that's insane.
Yeah. And the show gets even more complex from there, but I don't want to give away any spoilers. It's a really good show.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to watch it.
Yeah.
Damn.
But that was like the rare time that I actually sat down and watched shows. It's like I've been on the motherfucking grind since after that.
Yeah. You're talking about your story with the school.
Yeah, that was basically that was it was a solid month of being lazy.
Damn.
Really.
So did you just had to deal with the pain the whole time?
Yeah.
Or did it eventually go away, or do you still?
It eventually calmed down, but it was pretty bad for well, actually, I had 2 surgeries on the same shoulder in the same week.
Damn. Okay.
Because they fucked up.
Oh my gosh.
The first time, everything seemed to go smooth. They patched a huge bandage over it and I don't know, whatever healing stuff. And it looked kind of like a wire mesh thing on my arm.
Interesting.
And they sent me home. They didn't really give any specifics on it, but they're like, come back in a week and we'll see how it's looking. And then when we got home, my dad was like, yo, this bandage thing probably needs to come off. It didn't. But my dad pulled it off my arm.
Oh my
and
God.
I don't know if it was because he pulled it off or if we just got lucky. But he pulled it off and my arm was green and seepy and looked hella nasty.
Yeah.
So they sent a couple pictures to my surgeon and were like, is this normal? Is this how it's supposed to be? He's like, oh no, that's an infection. We must have contaminated his arm. He's got to come back in for another surgery.
Damn,
so we can clean that up.
Infected you?
Yeah, they did.
Turn you into a zombie.
So I had to go back in immediately, 4 days after the original surgery or something like that.
Damn.
And they cut it back open and cleaned it up.
Jeez.
And that's why my arm has never healed. I still got this massive ass thing. It was supposed to heal up, but
like a scar?
Basically, it's kind of like an indentation kind of thing.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's not on top. It's because the wound was supposed to heal up. They stitched it and then it's supposed to heal, but then as basically 4 days after they stitched it, they unstitched it and then put it back together again. But once you do that a couple of times, your arm just goes, maybe it's supposed to be damaged, maybe it's not supposed to heal, so then your body just doesn't heal it, and it's like,
oh man, that's not good.
Yeah. So don't get infections.
Yeah, that's bad. I mean, was it like green all over?
No, it just had like a couple weird like little like splotches and stuff.
Oh,
It was just kind of gross. I was like, that doesn't seem right.
but like your skin or like the wounds?
The wound basically. I mean, it was like around the wound. It's hard to explain because it like kind of seeped out. So it's like kind of the wound and around it was just kind of mushy.
Oh. Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah.
I definitely don't want an infection.
Yeah, very bizarre. I don't know who's to blame on that one still.
Yeah, that's I feel like that's something that should never happen.
Yeah.
Especially during what? Like before you didn't even go in infected, right? You were just going in.
Right, yeah, no. It wasn't like a sickness infection. It was like they contaminated my arm with something. Either someone like touched it or I don't know, some sort of bacteria got into my arm somehow.
Bacteria or something.
I don't know what it was, and I don't want to think about it. All I know is they cleaned me up, and I'm permanently scarred for it.
Damn.
You win some, you losing some.
That sucks. Does it bother you at all?
No, but I was not diligent about staying on my physical therapy rehabilitation. So my arms are kind of weak still, basically. It was a long time ago, but I went to the gym all before that, and I stopped going to the gym after that. So I never really rebuilt my shoulders to what they were.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I still have mobility. Green screen wants to cut me off, but I still have mobility of it. It just...
not great.
It's weak.
Weak.
I can move it, but as far as like trying to like pick up stuff at range, it gets a little difficult.
It's hard.
Yeah, but allegedly it's better than leaving it because I broke the ball, like the top of the femur.
Oh, what?
So it was like crunched up.
Oh.
So he said like it is something that should be done with surgery, but if you left it, it wouldn't like be an immediate issue, even though at the time I physically could not even lift my arm.
Damn.
He was like, it wouldn't cause anything at the moment, but that's when you see people like 50, 60 years old that had an injury, didn't solve it. I had a minor injury, didn't solve it, and then that little tiny bone just keeps scraping away at your joint, and your joint eventually just gets fucked. So,
damn,
it should be better now, but
well, that's good. Good that you got that taken care of.
Yeah. Silly.
That could always be an ongoing problem that you never want to deal with.
For sure. It's better to just solve those things.
Yeah. Solve them before they become big problems.
Yeah, who would have thought too? Like honestly, when it happened, I don't know if I told this story on the podcast already, but I flew off a ATV, fell down a hill like 20 feet or so. I was riding ATVs with Ethan, and I just fell because I was right behind him, and he kind of slowed up. And I was worried about slowing up because we were going downhill, and I'm like, if I brake and I'm heavy and I'm leaning forward, I feel like I might flip over. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go to the side of him keep my speed, try and slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
However, right next to him was a solid, like 2-foot little bump of sand. So I hit that bump, went straight in the air, and then flipped over.
Oh.
Landed like 15, 20 feet down the hill on my shoulder.
Oh.
And the ATV flies over my head and just barely, it almost landed on my head too, but it missed by like maybe 4 inches.
Damn.
And they didn't notice because they were all in front of me. They're almost like clearing the hill to the point that they can't see me. And his dad turns around to check and just sees me like by this time I stood up and I was like dusting myself off. He's like, why the fuck is he not on his ATV? So then he turns around, flies back down to me. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I just fell and flipped my ATV and now I'm trying to fix the flag because I broke the flag off. And that's like a $50 offense. And I was like,
no.
I'm trying to fix this. He's like, are you okay? Like, are you hurt? Did you fall? Did you hurt anything? Like,
He's more worried about you.
because they didn't realize that I flew off the ATV either, because I was just standing. The ATV was on all fours, and I was standing right next to it. Yeah, like I said, it flew over me and then landed like on fours right in front of my head.
Damn.
And I was like, nah, like I flew off the ATV and landed on my, like, I kind of landed like shoulder, arm, like all of this, just that way.
Ooh. Damn.
And they were like, well, move your arms around, like do this, that, this, like, can you move your arms? And I could still. I was like, yeah it hurts because I just flew, but I think I'm good. So we ride back, give the ATVs back to the rental service. His mom gives me a couple Advils.
Damn.
And I'm just
They
sitting
didn't
there.
question anything about it?
Who, the ATV company?
Yeah.
No, because we were so far out, they didn't see us. And
oh, damn.
The flag snapped off because it went upside down.
Yeah.
So we just took the bottom like 2 inches of the flag that snapped off, threw that, and stuck the flag back in like it was nothing. And we're like, we're not going back there.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, so then we were camping too.
Funny.
We were camping like tents. And I was like, yo, like this is a lot. Like I gotta sleep on the ground after
no fun.
falling like this. And I woke up feeling like a board.
Oh.
And I was just like so stiff. And I'm like,
I can just feel that right now. Just
I don't feel great. Like, and they're like, oh, like let's check you out. Let's make sure, like, if anything's wrong, we can pay for it. Like, it's our fault because we took you on this trip with us. I was like, nah, I don't think anything's wrong with me. I just feel sore as fuck because I fell, and that's what should happen. But then the soreness just kept staying, and I initially thought it was a muscle thing because it was like my arm hurt, and I was like, why would a broken bone hurt? Because bones don't have nerves in them. So I was just like, it's probably just like I probably just tore my bicep.
Yeah,
probably all that happened. But then like a month, 2 months down the road, I'm like, I can't even do this. What's going on? Something's wrong because like it's not healing at all. It doesn't physically hurt, but like I just can't move it. And that's when I went in and they're like, yep, you broke it. That was that was definitely broken. And I'm like, for real? Like I've been walking around with a broken shoulder for like 2 months. And they're like, I can't believe you have been, but yeah, I can't believe you didn't go see a doctor immediately, but yep, that's broken.
Damn, dude, that's crazy. 2 months with just broken shoulder, and you're like,
Yeah, it was just like I
Eh.
can't lift my arm. Like we started the senior year of high school, and
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, I just can't move my right arm. Like, oh, I can manage the guitarron just a little bit, just like as
Yeah.
long as I don't gotta move my arm and I can hold the guitarron, fine.
That's so funny.
And then it was like I couldn't reach for stuff in culinary. Like I couldn't reach
What?
for the top shelves or anything, and I'm like,
Oh man.
there must be something else going on here.
Oh my goodness, dude.
It was,
That's so funny.
yeah, it was a little silly
So
that we didn't figure that out, but I genuinely thought it was a muscle issue, and I thought I was just like, yeah, sore.
I think that's what I have. I think I pulled a muscle or something, or strained a muscle right here on my shoulder because it just hurts.
Might want to get it checked out. You never know; it could be a little tiny baby bone broke off.
Bro, if a tiny bone broke off, I'd be so upset. I do not want to get surgery for that.
Yeah,
That would suck. That's the last thing I would want, honestly. Surgery. Ugh. I can't do it.
yeah.
I can't even heal open wounds.
That was the only time I had surgery, but not a fan. I'm gonna like to
There was
avoid
one
that.
time I had surgery. It was this one time when me and my cousin were shooting pellet guns, and he decided to mess around with me and say that his gun was on safety, and supposedly he thought it was. He shoots me in my knee, so now I have a metal pellet in my knee, just somewhere hanging out there. I have the scar. I can probably send you a
Bruh.
picture of it, but I had to go to the. We had to craft up a whole story like, oh, it ricocheted off the fence, so he didn't look bad or anything. And I'm like, oh. My dad's like, yeah, we're never coming here again.
That's
And then he
crazy.
brought me to the hospital, and they cut my knee open and took the thing out. They're like, where do you feel it? I'm like, oh, it's like right here. They're like, oh yeah, that's it. We'll get it out. And I remember like, oh man, dude, I was so scared to get the surgery. I'm like, they're gonna cut my knee open and whatnot and pull this thing out. I'm like, are they gonna mess things up? Am I gonna be the same after this?
Bro,
Like I was so worried like they're gonna mess something up or cut my knee.
it didn't damage anything. It just like went in to your knee.
No, didn't damage anything. Apparently the spot that it went in was just like a fatty part. So it was just hanging out there. It didn't have any importance or anything. It didn't hit any vital parts or nothing.
Lucky.
So I was thankful for that, and I was thankful that it was just a simple, just cut the fatty part of the meat and just pull it out,
Right.
and that was it. And I don't think I saved it. I think that thing's like long gone. But man, I was so mad. It's like that's part of the other reason why like my dad was like so strict with me is like I couldn't even have BB guns. It's like I remember one time. I remember one time coming home from middle school, and it was just like a block away, right? A block away from my house. And so I'm just walking home, and then I see my mom and dad outside the door waiting for me on the lawn with my BB gun that I had just gotten from a yard sale. And my dad's like, "So, you shot my truck?" And he's like pointing at like these like pellet. These are like pellet gun shots. These aren't even BB guns. Like, there's no way that a BB gun would strip paint from a car, like a brand new Tundra, right?
Not a cheap BB gun.
Yeah, it was like a cheap BB gun. It was like it looked like an assault rifle. It was like painted all this fancy whatever stuff, but just little plastic BBs,
Was it
right?
like spring loaded? Like, did you have to like cock it every shot?
Yeah,
Yeah, those things are weak as shit.
exactly. So like, there's no way that this thing could dent my dad's truck, and he's pointing at these like pellet gun shots on his truck, and I'm like, bruh, you're high as shit or something. I remember getting in trouble for it. He's like, all right, we're selling your BB gun. I'm like, great. I did nothing, and this thing is getting sold.
Bruh.
Like, man, I couldn't have anything nice without my dad thinking something was wrong or something wrong about it. Like, even books, dude. I remember, let's see. I don't know if you know the series Cirque du Freak
Mm-mm.
by Darren Chan.
Never heard of him.
I don't know. This one book series that I really like, but apparently it was too demonic or something like that. Because I don't know, how to do like vampires and whatnot, and like the covers were like, I guess they were a little weird, gave off a little weird vibe or something like that, and it was like, oh, that doesn't go with what our church does. You need to read the Bible instead of that book. Like, what? I'm reading this for like my reading class. Like,
That's bizarre.
what? Like, you want me to read the Bible? Like, what am I gonna tell them about Jesus in class? Like, no, I get freaking pitchforked or something.
You gotta
They
take
chop my
the
head
AR
off.
test on the Bible.
Exactly. Anyways, it was, man. I guess I did have it a little rough.
It's tough, man, but makes
The
you
way,
stronger.
I mean,
Makes you
the
who
way
you
that
are.
I like to think of it is like, I was given the golden platter, right? But I'm a little turd on top of that golden platter. That's how I feel like sometimes.
It's an odd way to look at it, but yeah.
Anyways, man, dude,
Rough
Rough.
childhood.
rough times, dude.
And look where you are now.
Out of there. Thank
Well,
goodness.
Think that was about a podcast.
That felt pretty good. How long was that?
We are at 57 minutes.
Felt pretty good.
Pretty good. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Come back soon for some reactions and other fun content. Check out our TikTok. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
And treat your kids fucking better.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God, treat your kids good.